Hey there, it's Matty Miller with ERA Real Estate. I hope you guys are doing well today. And quickly, just wanted to give you guys a market update, specifically highlighting single-family homes in the Clay County, St. Johns County, and Duval County areas. Just those three properties, and specifically single-family homes. So there's been a lot of changing and a lot of curiosity about what's been going on in our market here in Jacksonville. So I just want to highlight that, and we'll give you some stats here in just a few minutes. All right, so the first place most people like to start, and I know there's been a lot of speculation with interest rates rising as far as, hey, we think prices are going to go down, or we think what the market's going to do. We're always trying to predict the future, and that's kind of an impossible task, to be honest with you. But what we can look at is historical trends, and a few things that I like to look at, and we'll start, quite honestly, with median sales price. Median sales price, quite honestly, at the high at one point, back last summer, got all the way up to $417,000 as far as median sales price of single family homes in those three counties that we talked about, Clay, St. Johns, and Duval. So we were at 417 at our peak. We are currently down to 374. So the market is getting lower. I don't necessarily foresee it going much lower than it currently is now. Just with the amount of demand that we've still had. We have a lot of people still moving to this area that are willing to purchase homes that, quite honestly, in years past probably wouldn't have been in their wheelhouse, but at the same time they are looking to settle in the Northeast Florida area, and that is driving the market, especially in that first-time buyer market, that 250,000 to 450 area. We are still seeing that market move very, very quickly, and just again, the reason is we don't know how long this is going to last. We don't know. Again, a lot of people still moving here, so it's just creating that demand. On top of that, one of the things I like to reference is that there's been an abundance of investors come into our area to buy with cash single-family homes with the intention of making those rentals. A lot of those rentals that are obviously being purchased, we have an abundance of rentals right now. That's the other side of the story. So what's driving that first-time home buyer price point is the fact that there's not a lot of available inventory in that price point. So that is keeping those prices pretty stable at that 370, anywhere to that 360 to 450 range. We're seeing those prices stay pretty steady. So I don't foresee that going down based on what we've been given statistically. So we'll move on to another one, which is the amount of closed sales. We are seeing a pretty good amount. We've seen the number pick back up. We actually had our best month, or our best week actually, in April 1st. We had 526 closed sales come through. And at the peak, we had 687. And that was back in July of last year. So we are still seeing a lot of properties move, especially single-family homes, which is what this statistic is all about. So we're still seeing that move as well. And the other side of that is I want to look at the sold dollar volume. And again, that's basically a amount of properties that have sold and what that dollar amount is. And we're seeing that pretty steady. At one point in time in the peak, this is in July of last year, we were at $336 million of sold properties. Just this past month, we were at $260. And a lot of people think that's a pretty big change. It's $100 million, but at the same time, actually, that's about $60 million. But at the same time, we are still seeing that number pretty high comparatively to the fall of last year. Quarter one of this year was pretty low in January, February, and we've seen that creep back up as we've entered into the summertime. So we are still seeing properties move. And for the most part, median days on market is another one we look at. At one point in time, we got all the way up to 61 days on market, which was back in February. So in quarter one of this year, 2023, we saw properties sitting for a longer amount of time. We are seeing that number continually go down to where we are at 44 days on market. So it is still a really good seller's market. So if you are looking to sell, it's still not a bad time. You're getting a pretty good amount of money. Not quite as high as you were in the latter half of 2022, but you are still getting a very fair price for your property if you are looking to sell. So those are three key indicators that I like to look at as far as what's going on in our market. If you have any questions about those and you're concerned about buying or selling, please reach out to me. My name is Matty Miller with ERA Heavener Realty, and we'll see where the summer goes. And I look forward and I'm optimistic about the market, and I think it's still a pretty good, healthy market for a lot of buyers and sellers out there. So if you have any questions, please reach out. Matty Miller with ERA Heavener Realty. Have a great day.